Good morning, students. This lesson is for class 3 for the subject of mathematics, topic patterns, which is covered in chapter 13, patterns, starting on page number 187 of your textbook titled Essential Mathematics, Srijan Publications, and is being submitted to you on 9th of August 2021. Dear students, many things around us form patterns. When shapes are repeated again and again, patterns are created. This makes it easier to understand them and guess what will come next. In this topic, we'll be learning the patterns in figures. Figures means shapes. So, let us study the patterns in figures with the help of given examples. As in example number 1, there is a triangle and then an arrow in the downward direction. Then again a triangle and an arrow in the upward direction. So what will be the next pattern? The next pattern continued will be a triangle along with an arrow in the downward direction. So this is a series which is continuing. Now we'll be studying about the next example, which is showing a sign of plus, minus and then multiplication. So the pattern is again plus, minus and multiplication. So again it would be continued with plus and minus. Seeing the next part now, an arrow in the upward direction and then a sign of U. Then a circle and then a square shape. Okay. Then moving on to the another part which is showing again the same pattern. So the same pattern will be repeated, which will be having an arrow in the upward direction and then when U, then followed by a circle and a square. So dear students, please try to complete the given patterns by making the next two figures of the series. So as you can see in the first part, there is a rectangle shape followed by a circle. A rectangle followed by a circle and again a rectangle. So please make the other two shapes which are following. Then moving on to the next pattern, which is showing a flower whose petals are red in color. Then again a flower, it is having 5 petals and 5 petals are green in color. Followed by 6 petals red and followed by 5 petals green. So continue with this. Fine. So then we'll be having a pattern which is showing a square shape followed by a circle. Square followed by a circle. Square followed by a circle. So fill the next two dots. Okay. So you may pause the lesson here for 3 minutes. 3 minutes break is over, students. I hope you all must have drawn the patterns correctly. So in the first pattern, there is a circle followed by a rectangle. In the second, we'll be having a flower with 6 petals red in color and then followed by 5 petals which are green in color. And the third figure will be showing a square followed by a circle. Let us now learn about reducing patterns. As the word says, reducing. So, in this type of patterns, we'll be observing the decrease in the given objects or the given pattern. Now, see the given example carefully. In this pattern, you have to draw the next 3 figures for. As you can see here, the first figure is showing 9 beads. Then 8, 7, 6, followed by 5, 4 and 3. So in this we have to continue the next 3 figures. So this pattern is the reducing pattern. Fine, students. In the B part also, as we can see here, the leaflets. First of all, 10 leaflets. Moving on to decreases 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5 and then 4. So this pattern is the reducing pattern where the pattern is showing a decrease in a number. Fine. Now we'll be studying the growing patterns. Growing means increased now. Okay. So here, as you can see in the diagram, the first diagram is showing you how many beads? There are 5 beads. Then as this is growing pattern, in the next pattern we'll be having 1 bead extra, 6 beads. Then 7 beads, 8 beads, followed by 9 beads, 10 beads and 11 beads. So students, this kind of pattern shows increase in the given pattern. For example, the number of beads are showing an increase by 1 bead in the above pattern. So this is the growing pattern. Let us take up one more example. As you can see here, the number of lines. The first pattern is showing you 2 lines. Then we are having 3 lines. The next figure is showing how many lines? 4 lines. After 4 lines, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lines. Now, how many lines should be there now? In the increasing pattern, there are 6 now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After 6, we'll be having one more line added. That is 7. Okay. And after 7, we'll be having one more line added. That is 8. So, children, this type of pattern is known as growing pattern, which is showing an increase by 1. So children, I hope you all must have understood how to draw figure patterns. So here I am concluding the topic, and your home assignment for this week is from exercise 13.1 to question number 3 and question number 4. From exercise 13.2 to the parts B and C, and from exercise 13.3 the parts C and D are to be done. So thank you students.